Hi there, my name is Daniel Husky, and I am a trader, although a developer by day, trader at night. I built these trading bots and I put in logic that I basically acquire over months and months and months and years of experience. But now I'm using AI, which is basically Claude, ChatGPT Codex, Agent AI, whatever, to help me to get an edge on what's going on in the market. So right now, this particular trading bot is down quite a bit, actually. It's going down very fast. And it does this over and over. It goes up and it goes down. And so we had like $606 here within the last 24 hours. But now it's dropping down to 570. So what we're going to do, we're going to wait for this. We're going to wait for it to reach the bottom when the RSI basically goes up from 37 and the direction cockpit over here goes to at least 65, and we're gonna make a 5,000 buy. And the reason I'm doing this video is I want to capture that live and show how that works. So again, these particular trading bots, they don't just make stuff up. I don't just get on YouTube for no reason and then claim, blah blah blah, buy my account, whatever, and pay me $100 because I don't make enough money in crypto. So I need you to pay me for my own channel. I find that to be absolutely ridiculous. If somebody has a trading bot that's making the money, why are charging you $100 a month to stay relevant? Okay, it's total bullshit. None of these people that are on YouTube, like these influencers, I mean, I can go down the list. I'm gonna say I'm a digital, the guy in Puerto Rico, the guy in Sweden, Ivan. They just keep selling you shit for $200. You can buy this. It will predict your logic. And the thing is, I've been using AI now for about 6 months to see if I can figure out the pattern that these markets are moving. And I think I've done it by detecting the bottoms and buying the bottoms and selling at the top. So what I'm actually doing right now is I'm sharing my aquarium. And again, if you've seen any of my previous videos, you should know what this is. This is the aquarium with whales, meaning these are Coinbase, Kraken, OKX, and Binance buys and sells on ZCash. Now, if you don't see Binance here, it means that there's no significant buys being done on Binance right now. When there is whales, they do get captured and they do cross my aquarium here. So the actual history of all trading is right here. And these are the symbols for Coinbase, Kraken, OCX, etc. So if you go down this list, you will see that Kraken and OCX have had sales, but there's not much going on Binance. And when there's Binance, I will add it to the list. Okay, so going back to what's going on here, we have an aquarium with fish, and it is a lot easier to watch it this way than this way. Because here, I mean, you can tell that it's going up, that's great, and then when it starts diving down like this, all you can do is in horror is watch your coin be destroyed. Okay, so now as we can see, this goes up and down all the time. So now it's on a path down and it will probably take a huge dive. So it does help to look here. However, I'm translating that movement into these whales. So the window right here, which says there are 2 out of 4 buys, meaning there are only 2 whale buys within the last 2 minutes, and 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I extended it by 20 seconds. So you will see exactly that result down here. So at 11:30, which was right now, there's a whale at $10,000, and a minute ago there was a wild buy whale at $12,000, and before, so it's alternating. It's like buying and buying and buying and buying. But it's crazy. So this particular channel is not bad because it actually shows me the information I kind of need. So when I see 1 minute right here, it means it's turning around, and it will probably keep turning around. So at 569, there's a good chance that buying a bottom is in. So if we look here and look at the direction cockpit, it says 35. So we don't see any whales in this view here other than, was it like one? So therefore, I'm not going to buy until I see a full bottom here, and these numbers will turn around. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have supplemental buying by logic used by the bot, which isn't always perfect. I mean, here it entered at 580 because it was seeing four whales and it looked like it was going up, but now we're like $300 down overall of these five buys. So what I'm gonna do instead, I'm gonna watch this descend down into nowhere and then make a buy at $5,000 to recover that particular loss. And when it recovers to whatever the high was, 606, I think it will get there within a couple of days. We will recover that kind of money, right? So 582, it's going down, not great, not great. So back here again, 1 minute is fool's errand. It's not going up. So I don't know what this 1 minute is about because it's not turning around right here. It keeps just going down and down and down. So 567, this 1 minute is foolish. So again, back in my trader, I see I have some whales, two whales at $16,000. They're buying at 566. It's a really good price for them. And I think we're going to get in on that because that is potential for turnaround. Okay, we have whales buying. So I'm going to get in on that right now. Actually, I'm going to wait. This 28 is making me feel like it's going lower. Of course, it's after the fact. So meaning it's 28 after the fact, meaning that if there's buys not going in, we won't know about that in the cockpit until this direction actually turns around. So I'm gonna wait a little bit more. I want to buy the absolute bottom, and to me it doesn't look like that's where it's at right now. But as soon as I see, well, so it's 568. Should have clicked the buy, right, at 566. Order number 66. Okay. So 67. So again, yeah, I mean, I think this cockpit is pretty good at showing me where it's going. RSI, it looks like it's going down. Okay. So I'm gonna wait. So now it's $3. Whales have moved out the window, but it's going up. And again, why is it going up? Because the volume is higher. So let's look at trader. So we have a trader view right here. And the trader view is, can I move? Yeah. Um, saying that the volume right now is down. Okay. So there were a whole bunch of volumes over here selling, and then few recovered, and then volume again up, selling. I don't know if we can zoom in into this. Yeah. So here we are at this very moment. We have almost no volume, meaning these are really small sales and buys. And it's staggering at 569 right now. So again, I didn't buy it at 566. Here it shows 569, but yeah, 569. Are we going up or down? Direction here points downwards. And when it does turn around, it doesn't really capture that because you can see here this hasn't extended. So here we are at very low. Let's extend this. So right now we are at selling point. The price will continue dropping, so we're not buying. Okay, pretty simple. And indeed, if we look at the actual performance of the bot, it is not buying at all. So what we wanted to do is actually buy when it reaches the bottom. And I'm going to do this manually by saying, okay, I'm seeing direction, but not enough. Go back here. Let's look at the latest ZCash news. Okay. Deep dive. Okay. Multicoin position drives were bullish. May 6th, which is today. Triggered co-founder Multicoin Capital announcing it's built a significant ZCash position since February. Good for you because you bought at a very low price, roughly $200 a coin. So you tripled your money now. Good job. Um, but is this enough to actually turn around the price right now? So we don't see anything else here. It doesn't really give me the time. Leading privacy coin. Okay, that's just noise. Um, yeah. Zcash is riding a wave of institutional interest in surging privacy demands, sparking a sharp rally. Market volatility. Here are the latest news. Okay, so back here we have two whales, pretty big whales actually, at 565. So this guy got lucky. He triggered this at the right time, but I still don't trust it. You can see it's going up and down by $2. This coin was inching up and down in pennies months ago, and now it suddenly jumps in $2, $5, $10 all at once. To me, that is just clearly sign of manipulation. So we're gonna wait and make the buy. If I see 564, I'm definitely buying, but let's see the guy 565. Is it going down? Yeah, okay, up. Da da da. We're gonna, yeah, so the 2 whale has now moved out of the window, so we no longer have 2x whale. We only have cells. So the cells over here at $8,000, $12,000 will be pushing the price down. So the 567 will probably be 565 soon. Come on, come on. And that's why I'm recording this, because I need evidence. Okay. By the way, we can also export the positions. So here, the export CSV will give me the performance in a CSV file, so I can load that into a spreadsheet. So we can do that right now while this is cooking. No, no notes, just export. We're gonna save this as a XLS spreadsheet. Okay, and now what we can do, actually, we can run analysis on this. So we can say, well, over here, let's filter this out. So let's filter and add a sort by price. Okay, so the highest cell over here, it looks like, is 47. So let's do descending and ascending. Okay, we have 2,000 buys, and descending it's at 20. Wow, 2,600,000 sales at 506. So that was 6 hours ago. So the guy sold over here at 530. We're now at 568. So he lost tons of money. It was a stupid buy or sell. Well, not stupid. You cannot predict the future, right? But you can tell that there are people that are buying a whole bunch of stuff. And this guy bought it at 571. Probably the same guy that sold it right here and then saw it climbing. So I want to get back in. And he took a $30 hit right here between that price and that price. So after that, it was actually, we have this one Coinbase buy at 448. Good job. That was probably 24 hours ago. And it goes down. So if we sort this by the price itself, we're going to say ascending and descending. Yeah. USD value. That's a lot of money. Okay, so what we can actually say, let's sort this by the most recent ones. So sort it on that. So now we have the most recent buys. And this is, looks like a different time zone here. That's not my time zone. So we're looking at Kraken, Coinbase, Kraken, Coinbase, Kraken, Coinbase. I don't see the, oh, here's OCX right here. Let's, if we actually sort it, let's preserve the top. Where is that? Freeze panes. Restart Pro. So don't do that. Actually, no. Undo that. Jesus Christ. Unfreeze panes. Let's go back to the top and freeze panes now. Jesus Christ. So we can always tell which exchange we're on. Okay, so we're picking Binance, Coinbase. We're gonna take off these three and just look at Binance. So on Binance, we're trading roughly, let's do this, descending. Highest price on Binance, $56,000 for $529 price. That was fantastic for that person. Well, so we're going down, like I said, we're going down. So we're doing analysis of where it's going, right? I'm going to close this. This is from yesterday, so I don't care. And the question is, do I buy now? Is this the bottom? And I'm going to say, based on what I'm seeing here, I'm going to reduce the screen so it's more visible. Actually, has this been resized? Not yet. Okay. In the settings, I didn't ask for that. Did it now? Yeah, it's up. So we have two. These are the main drivers behind the console. This is the engine itself, escape velocity, and EV dashboard, which should really be EH, but at this point, I don't care. This is where the code resides, and it can be made available to anyone that cares. We're at 570, so I missed that on a 560 buy, right? 564, because it's moving up. But what we're seeing here is bunch of whales coming in as sales. So they're selling. So this will bring the price down again. And the reason I actually am waiting for buying is because I don't want it to stop buying altogether, but I do want it to stop buying when it shouldn't be buying. At 570 with bunch of whales in the window, we're not buying. Okay, I don't care if it's 571 or 5 whatever, it will go down because of these whales. They're driving it down. The direction obviously was pointing down over here, and the RSI was 42. So we're gonna wait, even though if it costing me like $20 difference. Okay. So right now we're pretty low, 571. We're gonna click this button here soon, I hope. And again, this indicator here says that there's a lot of trades happening. So I'm gonna check this ZCash channel here. And it is peaking and going down, and there's one red minute again. Now we have one red minute, but we never know what that means because the one red minute doesn't always turn into profit. Okay, so we are seeing it moving up. So it is moving up right now, and it's moving up pretty quick. So we're actually gonna do we have 3 volts incoming. Oh, okay. I don't know if I can trust this. The direction is down, so we're gonna wait for a lower price. Direction is down. And again, if you go to the look, the red is growing. Okay, and this basically means it will cross this line right here soon, so it will be like 568 maybe. No, oh wow, it just went up. The line is correcting itself, but it's going up and down. So it's going down, actually down in front of my own eyes. So yeah, 570 was obviously not the right price. We're now going up to 62, which looks like a good direction. So we're gonna, because the volume here is going down. Bitcoin is doing great. Look at that, 81. So if I bought at 60,000, which I did, but I sold because I couldn't take the ups and downs. And I didn't have this guy ready yet. I didn't have this ready. So we're now down. So we're gonna again. Is it going down or up? And let's make sure that it didn't buy anything on its own. Okay. So when this recovers, this number here will be actually very positive. We just want to capture the bottom, and for some reason I thought 580 was the bottom, but it wasn't. So we're gonna maybe buy. One whale, is that enough? One whale. By the way, this poncho I got in Colombia, so if I make a bunch of money, I'll go fly back to Colombia and buy more. This one is great. It's alpaca poncho. It's like $40 over there, and it's warm. So thank you, Colombia. It looks like it's kind of going up. So here, what I've seen is this coin can go up like crazy. Fear of missing out. FOMO is definitely something I'm considering here, but when I'm seeing sells like this, $150,000 whale. Okay, that's too much. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna wait for repercussions from this particular sell because it should most certainly bring the price down. Looking at the number 571. Is it happening? Is it happening? Okay. Um yeah, I mean it's going red. So we have 69 over here, which is great. But it's 51 now, so I think we're gonna buy right there. Maximum profit, right? You can never have the maximum exact bottom of a curve. Not possible. You can come close, which I think this is close, but I still don't trust it because that direction right there, the whales are making their play right now, and they're bringing the price down. So yeah, 570. This may go to 568 possibly with this huge triple whale over here, and other side below. So we're not definitely triggering any buys and just checking the logic here. We're certainly are not buying anything. 1119, yeah, that was a while ago. We're not buying. 569. Like I said, this will be 568 and maybe lower. So the trigger on a finger has to be fast. So the thing is that this robot, when you buy it, it will watch the top for you. And when it reaches the top, it will sell it at the top. Buying the bottom is not easy, right? We can tell that there's a bunch of buys and sales coming in right now, but is at the bottom, right? So here we 569. I think this will be the 568. We're close. We're talking like a couple dollars here difference. So we're gonna buy here. 63, 39. 39 is oversold, so it's now going down. 44, 38. Okay. Where is it going? That little triangle there, the little UFO triangle, it's green or red. It changes way too often. It like it never stays consistent. But I think buy volume. It's not an intention to buy. It's just volume, noise, dust, whatever. I'm not buying into that. Although I mean, this buy right here would be very close to the new bottom, but I don't. I want more than that. I want it to be. I mean, look, if you went down $25 in like 2 minutes, you can do better. You can go lower, okay? Because now I don't trust you. That's that's the bottom line. And we can actually set the let's see, profit to say $15. Okay, because when it does recover, it does exactly that. So we say $15. Unlock it, save, and restart. Okay, and lock it back up. Okay, so it's running again. It will take a $15 profit, which is right here, $15 profit. So let me enable this thing here. So God, this is so easy. $15 profit. Make me $15. So look at that. 568 exactly as I predicted. So we're gonna buy now or we're going down. 5, 6, 7. Keep going down, baby. Let me check here. Still claiming that 1 minute is in, whatever that means. This guy here is telling us five, 6, 7, and it's correcting, but it sells. So the volume here is basically crap. Now we got a green. Okay, let's go back here. React quickly and buy this. What happened? Oh, shit. That's freaking thing. Go lower. Go lower. 5, 67. Okay, we got little green, and then down. Okay, so this is ZCash right now. Little green, mostly sells. So we want this actually to happen from here to here to here. And we're not seeing that. So we're seeing tiny little improvements. Okay, I'm gonna park it right there because I think that is probably a good price. 568 going down. How much? Okay. Now it thinks it's going up. 41.38. No whales. No. No. Mm-mm. Go back to 568 and we can talk. Yeah. We're gonna have to edit this video because there's a lot of waiting. There's a lot of waiting here. Despite no whales, despite very low volume, which apparently is enough to change the direction of the price of the coin. 6,000 volume in 1 minute. It is changing the price by $2. Beats me, right? So since you're posturing, obviously, okay. Ooh, we got bunch of whales. So we're gonna jump in on right here. This is now became a buy of 8 coins, which have the potential of going up soon. Okay, so we have another one. So what this is how much? We can buy more. Okay, we can always buy more. So buy another $5,000 block. But the whales over here, they're telling me something is up, okay? Even though the price hasn't really jumped, it's actually going down. We're gonna do maybe 566. 566 buy. 566. Order number 666. Oh my God. So how much money are we losing right now? With the whales, we are down $17. Not happy. That's like a whole dollar. If I just waited, because the whales should be driving the direction. If they're buying, they should be bringing the price up, not down, right? But we do have this direction cockpit saying it's not going up, and we have RSI at 37. So that was more of a panic buy. Now I have 367. Okay, let's see. We don't wait. 367 again. And it's going there. Dude, do something. It's like watching a boring movie, man. God damn. Okay, 367. Going down. How far down are you going to go? 368. 40, 36. Volume is up. So let's check this channel again. This is, yeah, it's going sideways. I think we're looking for another drop down over here, which is again ZCash at its best. There we go, 566. And going further down, so that's exactly what I wanted. Okay. Bitcoin 81,644 and going up. Zcash 564 and going down. Make that logical. Or we're gonna buy here. 30 Zcash. Okay, anyway, so you get to see how this works. Thank you for watching. If you want copy of this code, let me know. Otherwise, I can also always stream it to YouTube, and I have done that in the past. So if you're interested, let me know. Bye.